Oh yeah, we live. Cutting up with Cutty. Man, we got some hellified news, man. We gonna get right into it.
Never heard of Trank. I never heard of Trank or anything, man, until I came here.
Alarm bells are sounding in Philadelphia about Trank.
And you'd see people kind of like walking around looking like animals when their knuckles are touching the ground.
Now Art El Malik's hands and knuckles are swollen to 3 times their natural size from exposure to the animal sedative xylazine, street name Trank.
When I was leaving, somebody took samples, and that's what got me stuck, man. They had samples of pretty dope.
The xylazine now mixed into 90% of Philadelphia's fentanyl and heroin supply, drugs that drive fatal overdoses.
Adding a horse tranquilizer, something more sedating, makes it feel like it lasts longer.
But now fentanyl addicts newly addicted to xylazine, seen nodding out and falling over along Philadelphia's notorious Kensington Avenue, are also developing dangerous sores on their bodies.
Big ass holes all over you, these sores in your legs and wherever. They just pop out of anywhere.
Have the doctors told you that you could lose your leg?
Yes.
And that's not enough to get you to stop?
Trying. It's a lot easier said than done.
Art El Malik knows infection could precede amputation.
Yeah, I mean, there's a possibility. Yeah, it's a possibility. A lot of my friends have lost their limbs already.
Withdrawal symptoms associated with Trank can be brutal.
I tried like cold turkey, man. I had a seizure and everything.
You had problems on your legs?
I did, man. I had like a hole in my shin, and I could literally put 2 fingers in there.
We noticed one young man in a wheelchair missing his left foot. A federal law enforcement source told Pix 11 News vials of xylazine have already been found in New York City stash houses that produce drugs, and it's spreading to other states.
Last I heard, it's probably at least 36 or so.
Even though the animal tranquilizer xylazine is causing some people to lose their limbs here in Philadelphia, it is not listed as a controlled substance in the United States. The Drug Enforcement Administration does not regulate it. More than 50 years ago, the Food and Drug Administration approved xylazine for use by veterinarians as a pain reliever and sedative for animals. DEA Administrator Ann Milgram told a Senate committee last week her agency asked the Department of Health and Human Services 15 months ago to make xylazine a controlled substance.
We are tracking xylazine across the United States, and there is no question that it is an increasing threat.
And the FDA issued a warning last November about the burgeoning crisis. But the drug dealers abound on Kensington Avenue. Ralph Dixon, a lifelong Philadelphia resident, told us he's never seen anything like what's happened with Trank.
They have no place for these people. It was probably too potent for a human being to be taken in here. The drug dealers, why they cutting their drugs with that stuff is beyond me.
I'm Mary Murphy, Pix 11 News.
I'm trying to figure out who is really the drug dealer. How does this type of shit even get on the street? Who's handing out the information in the memo on what to mix what with what? That's what I want to know. This country been fighting the war on drugs since I've been alive, and has yet to being successful with that war. As you seen in that video, you got hundreds of people on one street corner with limbs down about to fall off their body. And you got reporters coming out not to assist, but to come do a report, a research report on what kind of effect it is causing on people. Could this be orchestrated? They were sold by who? I mean, any other time you don't get reporters coming out there. When you see them breakdancing, when you see them up there running around the city naked, you don't see reporters asking them what's going on with them. But as soon as this drug hit the street, and the results are your limbs about to down there fall off, now we get reporters coming out asking questions. Who is orchestrating such a thing to take place? Ain't nobody asking them type of questions. But they come up with laws while you're asleep on how to prosecute whoever dealing this type of drug out to these people. How the fuck do the people get it in their possession to sell and deliver it to the users? Come on, man, we got some shit to talk about. We can't keep just ignoring this issue. Because at any given time, if it don't happen to you, it can happen to someone close to you. The people that they're interviewing got family and friends. Yes, they do. You're not trying to intervene and give these people any kind of relief, no kind of help. They know exactly what this drug would do. They already know the results of it. Yet and still, the government ain't doing nothing about it. Could the government be making money off of it? What's the end result? How can you be a person with love and respect and drive by and that shit don't bother you? How can you be a good-hearted person, a person with a soul, as a reporter, and go up there and ask these people these questions when you know damn well what's really going on? See, America has become a cruel and demeaning place. And they advertise and they just put this fuckery on the news. It's so much other important shit that we can be discussing that we really need to know about, but they put this garbage on the news. Why? You gotta ask yourself these type of questions. Because one thing about it, they try this shit out in the biggest cities first before it end up in your neighborhood. I suggest if you got any family member or loved one that's involved with substance abuse, try your hardest, try your best to get them off the drugs. Because these are no longer party drugs anymore. These is not your ecstasy pills. These are not your marijuana. These ain't your cocaine. These drugs nowadays is taking people's lives away immediately. The drugs that they displaying right now is causing people to lose their arms and legs within days. Whole body down there need to be amputated from using this drug. You got the one dude, he probably been using the drug maybe 2-3 weeks. And his whole fucking hand, it look like it's full of pus. Look like it's full of gangrene. And he's still looking for another high from the drug. We got to start blaming somebody for this shit, man. We can't just continue to wake up, crank up our car, go to work, and pass all this bullshit, and it don't bother you. Something is wrong with you. Instead of going down them polls and voting on your next president, you should be in front of the news station demanding answers. You should be in front of the White House demanding answers. Ain't nobody doing it. We got people out here dying, man. They got money for wars, but you don't got no money to feed the poor. You have money for wars, but you don't have money to intervene and help these people get off these damn drugs. A lot of these people on drugs, due to the circumstances, they ain't got nowhere to live. They don't have any jobs. They don't have any education. They don't even have they don't have training. They don't have any type of skills, period. So the next result is say fucking and get high. That's it. Come on, man. We got to do better as a people. We got to do better as a whole. This is disgusting to sit here and watch that type of bullshit. It started out in Philadelphia. It went to Seattle. Now it's in New York. It started out in the city of the brotherly love. Majority of black folks. So where the next stop at? Atlanta. Guess what? It's somebody out there that got to get paid. They need to pay their bills. They ain't got no job. They ain't got no job training. They don't got no skills. They ain't got no education. Well, they know how to hustle. And they don't give a fuck about who die or who don't die. As long as they get paid and as long as they able to survive and take care of their family, it's fuck the rest. See, this the mentality. This what we have become as a nation. No love and respect for nobody. How far do you think you can get with that? (2023), we got real life zombies walking the earth. Any given day, you can see a motherfucker on one of the streets in Philly, one of the streets in New York or Seattle. You can ride by going to work and you'll see their whole motherfucking leg fall off. Look at this shit. The food you eat ain't real. The air fucked up. The water fucked up. The medicine fucked up. But ain't nobody demanding no answers. Because you being entertained by social media and all other type of fuckery. We living amongst the walking dead. Mentally and physically. When y'all gonna get it? This shit got to stop, man. Who you gonna point the finger at? That's what y'all should be lining up for. Instead of lining up 18 blocks to eat some motherfucking turkey leg hut, you should be lining up at the motherfucking White House, demanding answers. Tranquilizer? Fentanyl done fucked up the whole world already. Now they cutting the shit with the trank. Come on, man. We got to do better, man. This is a sad situation. But who gives a fuck? We gotta stop this, man. This shit here done went too far, man. I'm talking about they got the nerve to sit here and interview these people, man, just looking at that shit, man. They don't give a fuck. They got a career. They family taken care of. Black folks, man, we need to get this shit together, man. If you got a family member that's homeless, man, go find them, man. Go talk to them, pray together, and y'all need to come up with a damn solution, man. Help them people get off them damn drugs, man. You see what's going on out here, man. These people using you as a motherfucking guinea pig science projects. And they making money off you in the process. We got to do better, man. I'm so serious about that, man. Man, I highly appreciate y'all tuning in, man. We up out of here.